This land is above and behind Porter Reserve at Newport Beach near Sydney, New South Wales. An independent Pittwater council refused applications to subdivide it in 1999 and again in 2003. Now, following upon Pittwater's loss of autonomy after forced council amalgamation, the developers are back. The new Northern Beaches Council has recommended a new development application to the Northern Beaches Independent Assessment Panel, which rubber-stamped it. There's a petition to the Northern Beaches Council and local member Rob Stokes to buy this site and add it to the existing Tunga Reserve. If you haven't yet signed it, please Google Newport Bushland Petition and do so. Michael Glasheen's art exhibition, Drawing on the Land, Garigal Country, held over 3 consecutive weekends at Palm Beach, Newport, and next weekend at Church Point, aims to raise money to assist the local community to buy the land.
Welcome to Garigal Country. The art we're seeing at the moment is the art of Michael Glasheen, who is the local artist at Newport. The images that you'll see have been drawn by him on the rock art platforms of the region, particularly at West Head. The one that you're looking at the moment is of the emu, and this figure of the emu is replicated in the arc of the Pleiades in the sky. The land vibrates, the land speaks, and that's what he's trying to do in his imagery, giving you a feeling of how intensely alive the landscape is. It's a living thing. It's the mother. It's vibrant. To Mick and to Indigenous people, the animals are as important as the land itself. Here, the sea eagle rises above the country. It's the land belonging to that animal. And in Mick's paintings, you always find that the animals almost take on an ancestral quality. They are the land. They speak the stories of the land.
I welcome you to my country. I pay my respects to my ancestors, past and present. I pay my respects to all my elders, present now too, some of them are. Have a great day on our country.
I'd just like to say a few words about what the exhibition, or how the exhibition came to happen. From about the 1990s, when I lived in Palm Beach, in Fisherman's Cottage, which is one of the first paintings on the line as you came in today. That's where I lived for 20 or 18 years or something, which is pretty amazing. Like, I wasn't looking to live in Palm Beach, I was looking for a place in Piedmont. And I got it and lived there for almost 20 years. And while I was living there, I found out that this was the site of the very first farm in all of Pittwater ever, like at the end of Waratah Street. That's where Patrick Flynn, an Irish market gardener, had his garden there. And it's very fertile land. It's obviously a great place for a farm, because there's a spring on top of Sunrise Road at Palm Beach that flows down past this cottage, and that would have supplied water to the land. And then after that, I discovered that an Aboriginal, Bowen Bungaree, lived in that area and had a camp at the nearest water spate, which was this spring on top of the hill that flowed past his cottage. And I thought that he would have camped there, because this was the nearest place to fresh water on the beach at the end of Pittwater. And then I found out more about the story of this Bowen Bungaree, that he was a son of Bungaree who circumnavigated Australia with Matthew Flinders. And then I started to incorporate Bowen in my pictures that I was doing of Palm Beach.
Someone here's not good. Don't know who it is. Someone here's no good.
This land is core to the natural values of Newport Beach. It contains littoral rainforest and coastal vine thickets. It's a critically endangered ecological community under the Environment Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act of 1999 and an endangered ecological community under the New South Wales Biodiversity Conservation Act of 2016. A natural creek running through this property supports 73 species of native rainforest flora, including the protected cabbage tree palm, lily-pilly and various native ferns and grasses, as well as birds, frogs, water dragons, lizards and much more flora and fauna. The dense vegetation here is particularly valuable to small birds such as the spotted pardalate, superb blue wren, grey fantail and the black-faced monarch. Larger birds, such as the powerful owl, listed as vulnerable, are regularly seen. Development of this site would break the bushland link between the Atunga, Carnimla and Crown of Newport reserves, thus destroying an essential wildlife corridor. We call on the New South Wales Government and Northern Beaches Council to provide funding to purchase, protect and preserve this endangered land so that it may be nurtured and enjoyed by the people of the Northern Beaches and beyond. Because once it's gone forever.